All hands to the pump to ensure the FEXCO Asian Gaelic Games went ahead in Bangkok despite the downpours. It's a huge team effort and a huge event, with 800 players from across Asia playing GAA in Thailand. Celebrities from Ireland attended and the Thai sports minister. Many years ago, former GAA president, the late Joe McDonough, was involved in setting all this up, and now his son, Owen, is proud to follow in his footsteps.
I think he'd be very proud and so pleased just to see the expansion in the championships, the number of teams, the number of clubs. Again, the expansion, the variety of nationalities, almost 35 plus, I think, different kind of nationalities being represented here. The standard of play, I think expecting about 1,000 people here today in Patana International School, and yeah, I think he'd be delighted because he was the championships, as I say, were in existence a number of years before the board was formed. I do know that Dad was involved in giving advice and helping them out in terms of giving them a bit of guidance in setting up the board in the very beginnings, and I think he'd be so thrilled just to see how far they've come, and I think there's further growth to come into the future, please God.
This is unreal. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I was in Singapore last year and I saw a bit of it. The logistics of this, people, you know, it's very hard to comprehend this, you know, and you come in and you see the schedule for the couple of days. I mean, 200 games. I know it rained yesterday. It's still, the games went on.
Brendan, what memory will you take from this? Will it be the football? Will it be the rain?
Probably the rain, because I got a job of squeegeeing off the pitch, but I think, Jerome, everything that has happened this weekend, from the time I stepped off the plane in Bangkok, I'll bring home every memory, because for me this is probably the best organised event I've ever been at, and I have to give full credit to John Campbell in Thailand GAA. I know he's a fellow Ulster man of your own, and he's a great hard worker, to Garrod from Leitrim, to James from Roscommon, you know, the lads have got a Shane from Cork, Joe Trolan in the Asian County Board, Pádraig McGrath, you know all these guys, and everybody in the GAA knows them. People don't understand at home that these guys do a day's work like everybody else, and they put together this massive event. You know, Asia is like somebody in Dublin or Belfast flying to New York to play a match for the weekend. There's 5-hour flights, there's 4-hour flights, there's 6-hour flights. I love every minute of this, and I'll be sad leaving because I think it's fantastic.
So where does the AGG go from here? An interested guest this year was a positive economist with a passion for all things Irish.
What I think would be really interesting to do is to actually bring the individual clubs around Asia, sit them down and ask them what really works for them and what doesn't, and I would ask them what are they doing that's really working and what particular help do they need, with a view to solely facilitating people to share their own knowledge, share their own best practices, but particularly share their experience. I think that's something that was really, certainly a lot of that was done on Thursday at the club day, because it was really great to see clubs from all over discussing things like rules, proposed rule changes, diversity, networking, cuasaí na Gaeilge and so on like that. And I think, certainly I think that there was a lot of benefit came from that, but I think that there's an awful lot more. So what I would say is that there's an awful lot that the individual clubs have to share that with the other clubs around the world and with the other boards around the world, feeding that back into Ireland, and I think there's really something special going on here, and I'm so happy that I've got a chance to witness it, at least for the first time, but I'll be back.
Laois footballer Ross Munnelly would like to be involved in spreading the GAA gospel in the future. He sees great potential in the GAA going even more international.
It would be amazing to see it take off in so many different places, and they introduced the club day, club night on Friday evening, where they were talking about putting proper foundations in to run clubs, and rather than just relying on one volunteer in a specific city in a particular country for a couple of years to run it, and that when that person maybe moves on and goes to the next location, that it falls apart. And really the funding infrastructure to be able to help people establish clubs that become embodied into the community, it's so exciting, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to in a couple of years when I finish playing myself. I'd like to get involved at some kind of level to help and to foster Gaelic games in so many different countries, because really GAA this weekend is in its purest form. Two guys in a bad tackle or girls fall on the ground, and what do? They clap each other on the back, they lift each other up, and they move on. It's just all in the sport of what the GAA was founded for, and it's just an amazing experience.